In Greek and Roman culture, there is a tale of a boy named Notes who was extremely self-centered. He traveled the world in search of true love, but turned down every potential partner. One day, he caught sight of his own reflection in the water and fell in love with himself. As soon as he saw himself in the pond, he perished, and in his place, a flower named Narcissus bloomed. This story of Medela Joe helps us comprehend the distinction between a narcissist and an individual who begins with self-importance and places themselves above others. In his interview, clinical psychologist Dr. Ramani discusses fear and narcissism as forms of self-esteem. They often clash like dishonor, where individuals who are insecure actually share similarities with those who appear confident, masking their inner emptiness. Narcissism typically stems from childhood experiences and inadequate parenting, posing a toxic influence on others. It is advisable to steer clear of such individuals to avoid falling into harmful patterns. Speaking of the science of self-importance, individuals lacking empathy, like those described by Nash, may not offer comfort when you're upset. Instead, they might exacerbate the situation by pointing out flaws. They view themselves as superior, akin to prestigious brands, believing they deserve special treatment. Seeking validation and praise, they are hypersensitive to criticism. Even the smallest things upset him greatly. His mood is extremely unpredictable. He can get angry at any moment, and his behavior is very controlling. He interferes in everything and everyone's business, wanting things to go his way. He lies so convincingly that you start doubting your own reality. They call it gaslighting, but if you encounter a narcissist for the first time, you might be drawn to them. They may seem charming at first, but as you get closer, their true colors will start to show. Their behavior stems from deep-rooted issues like TVF, MP3, and hypersensitivity. This prevents them from forming meaningful connections, and they constantly try to manipulate others. If you suspect there's a narcissist in your life, the best approach is to distance yourself from them. If it's your friend, boyfriend, or girlfriend who's the problem, don't hesitate to say no until you feel their behavior is negatively impacting your life. Prior to this realization, they are inadvertently involved in dimming the light of others. If you are fortunate enough to have the ability to distance yourself from such individuals, then that is the optimal choice. However, with each passing moment, you may discover that it is not feasible to completely eliminate them from your life. They could even be a part of your family. Establish clear boundaries. In the scenario where your father or mother figure is someone you interact with on a daily basis and abruptly cutting ties is not an option, you can still set boundaries. By maintaining a certain distance from such individuals, they will not be able to drain your energy, and you will also safeguard your mental and emotional well-being, allowing you to flourish. Limit the time you spend with these people, keep your interactions brief, and try to let their negativity slide off you without affecting you. The third layer and technique of on and off is a method that allows you to connect with anyone instantly. It can be used during conversations. To apply this technique, avoid rushing the other person and ensure they are fully focused on you. This technique is part of the ocean response practice. Known as the grade, it involves remaining as solid as a rock. Kinners tend to engage in arguments for fun, but if you engage back, they will escalate the conflict. This behavior feeds into their actions. They will twist the conversation, shift blame onto you, and try to dominate the discussion. Avoid contributing too much to their dialogue. Act disinterested and aloof. By doing so, the other person will naturally become more interested in conversing with you and seek validation elsewhere.